mean, I think Raleigh's a place where, you know, if you really want to do something and you're willing to work, then there's still room to do it here. You know, your dreams are still attainable.
It's one of the few places in Raleigh that you can walk places and you run into people. It's great seeing everyone, getting to know people, and there's so much creative stuff happening these days down here.
Every element down here, whether it's restaurants or bars or shops, is made better because of the people down here.
We love downtown Raleigh. We love everything about the energy. It's a place where people gather. It brings all sorts of different types of people together.
If I'm allowed to dream about it,
Yes.
my ideal Raleigh is full of places that attract all kinds of people. That Raleigh is full of diversity. It's full of people meeting new people and having conversations that surprise them every day. You know, those are often public spaces where people can wander in and out. People can encounter new ideas.
You said it, taking a parking place and turning it into a meeting space is really, you know, the vision everywhere for what a parklet is and what it can be. Well, I think, you know, what a parklet can do for Raleigh, it's kind of like learning how to use a comma appropriately when you're writing. It gives a pause for kind of the run-on sentences of everybody's lives, and gives a little break for you to take a little time off, you know, get out of the main way, and
To kind of give the public realm back to the public, and that's where they saw an opportunity with parking spaces and how they have more use than just for what a car uses for.
Parklets grew out of Parking Day. Parking Day was initiated like 5 years ago or 7 years ago in San Francisco, and so many people liked it when these couple guys rolled out some turf and put some chairs in a parking space that fed the meter all day that the city actually turned it into policy. And so now 2 years later, it's so exciting to see this initiative being brought to the table, because it's creating a really kind of unique space and experience for visitors and residents who come and participate in the activities of downtown.
These small projects like a parklet or a pop-up public art space, or you know, something as simple as putting a surprise mural on a wall of, you know, a changing building. These things have an element of surprise and allow for a public engagement that I think is really important. Fills in the blanks. It makes people stop and look at a place they maybe walk by every day and take a better look. And it gives more artists opportunity to be seen and to create gathering places for people, which is important to have a downtown that allows for that.
You know, I think everybody thinks a little too small when they think about what a small space can do. A small space can have big impact, and that's kind of what we really want to celebrate and bring to the limelight.
if you're able to reclaim, you know, a set area that's typically housed by a car that may or may not be leaking oil or various other kinds of things, and otherwise sitting vacant for much of the day, and giving that kind of an area back to people to cultivate a little bit more of a street life other than just walking to a destination on the sidewalk. Now you've got somewhere where you can meet a friend, step off to the side, maybe you can water your dog, or
Water
maybe
your dog?
Well, if your dog needs some water, yeah, I water my dog all the time. No, but you know, or if you need to give your dog water also.
I think it would be great to have little parklets that showcase and accentuate other businesses.
So be maybe like a piece of art as well as a bike rack. I think that'd be cool, especially working here. There's not an actual place to park my bike other than hooking it up to a tree or something.
It would be a great opportunity to kind of teach people that pass by how to grow their own food with maybe just like a bunch of cinder blocks and some dirt, and how to make a vertical garden out of it.
Anytime you bring a plant into a space, something beautiful happens. You've got a thing that responds to seasons and climate and other kinds of things. You've got a place that can become a little habitat for...
We don't have enough green space downtown. Raleigh's a beautiful city with a wonderful park system, but downtown, as it's growing and becomes more urban, we need to create those small pockets where people can take a break, people can stop, families can have a place to eat lunch.
People to come and do installations in our parklet, create that wow factor. Maybe it's an invention somebody wants to try out, maybe it's a piece of sculpture, maybe it's a performance piece. We want this to belong to people, and that may sound a little bit cliche, but I think we can do it.
Raleigh is so great because its biggest influences are the local art scene, the local universities, and these big tech companies that are attracting creative people from every field.
Choosing to stay in this community, choosing to be creative and be entrepreneurial and be innovative in this community, and anything I can do to support that, I'm all about.
We have great people, so I think starting with this real creative class of entrepreneurs who are artists and small business people, entrepreneurs in the tech world, in the creative world, there's this amazing diverse melting pot of people with great ideas, and Raleigh's great incubators. This is such a young city.
Young people moving here from other cities with this, with companies like Red House, companies like Citrix, companies like iPrio that are bringing talent from other cities that demand nightlife, that demand urban staples like a grocery store.
It's that energy and life and creativity that will help us kind of really continue this sort of upward swing we're on, doing really awesome things.
This is going to be a community effort. Everyone on this block is excited about it. We have the owners of the buildings have bought into this. The folks who are renting the storefronts are so excited about this. Some of them have lived in cities where there are parklets.
To take an opportunity and plug it into an educational experience for students studying design at up the street is terrific, and then partnering with a business that is really all about getting local artists out there into the limelight.
I hope people will get involved and support this, because I think it is just one more rung on that ladder of becoming this super cool, creative place that Raleigh is emerging into being.
We want everybody to be a part of this. The team started small, but we expect there to be thousands and thousands of people on this team by the time it's built. As far as I'm concerned, this is your first chance to connect to what's happening here. We would love for everyone who feels any sense of excitement about this to make a personally meaningful donation to this project, whether it's $1 or $1,000. If you have resources you can offer that aren't cash, we would love for you to contact us. We want this to be a community effort from the very beginning. We know from talking to people in the community that people all around Raleigh are excited about this concept, and we invite you to be part of Raleigh's very first parklet. Please donate. Please support us.
Raleigh is so ready. I think they're just going to take hold of this and go. And you just look at what's happened in our downtown in the last 5 years. Oh my gosh.